Okay, Dasho Rose here back. I wanted to make sure the video was starting. Today I'm going to be reviewing a bad episode from Season 4. Maybe a bad episode. I'm going to be reviewing Good Neighbors from Season 4. Honestly, this episode I'm kind of split on, honestly. I will get into it, though, in a second. First, I want to establish it's called Good Neighbors, but clearly SpongeBob and Patrick are kind of being just mediocre neighbors. I don't really like my neighbors that much either. They kind of, their kids broke my DS by trying to repair it, and they never replaced my parts. So I understand that neighbors can sometimes be frustrating, but I'm going to go ahead and review this. I'm going to start this out that the episode starts off really decent, actually. Where it shows them all sleeping. And apparently, SpongeBob, as the seasons go on, when he's snoring, it sounds a bit different. I'm not sure why it sounds different. I know his voice is a bit higher in this season compared to other seasons, but it's still kind of funny. But yeah, it starts off like that, and then Squidward wakes up, and then I guess SpongeBob mistakes So basically, SpongeBob mistakes it as the day of the week because Squidward says it's Sunday, I guess. Now, a lot of people have problems with this being the first Squidward torture episode done wrong. Well, technically, in the past, there was, in the very first season, there was jellyfishing, where Squidward was tortured there. But of course, SpongeBob and Patrick were doing it on accident. They didn't know they're torturing him. This is where it's confusing. Technically, they're not really harming Squidward that much. It's more that Squidward wants to relax on a Sunday, and SpongeBob and Patrick are ruining it. I actually had to look how long I had to look up how long the episode was going for every few minutes because I wanted to see when it got bad. It turns out halfway through it kind of gets bad. Basically, for the first half, SpongeBob and Patrick are trying to cheer Squidward up and trying to make him like them. By giving him the newspaper, trying to get him to join their club. And Squidward really didn't tell them that he didn't want to join their club. It's more that he was trying to just get them out of his hair, you know. That's not really a good way to do it, but, yeah. But yeah, basically it's like halfway through where Squidward gets taken to the emergency room because he got squirted in the eye because of Patrick, and Now that felt kind of more like, well, it didn't feel on purpose, but that felt kind of annoying because it felt kind of stupid and stuff, yeah, but basically, and then Squidward's pedicure thing was ruined too by SpongeBob and Patrick. But basically, he ended up yelling at them too, like he actually yelled at them. Because they were driving him so mad, but they still didn't listen. So basically, in this episode, Patrick and SpongeBob are both very ignorant and stupid. But again, it's not like they really did a whole lot. It really doesn't focus on Squidward's torture that long. He's actually not in the episode as much as other episodes later down the road of Squidward torture. But he's still in the episode, and all he wants to do is relax, and he can't do that. But basically, he basically he decides to set up a machine that can keep them out, and it doesn't work. But honestly, I better mention this real quick. Basically, when it cuts away to his house, he's like laughing like crazy. I know I've been dealing with some stress too, and my conscience has been kind of fighting back and forth with me, but not to where I'm laughing insanely like Squidward was doing in this episode. Yeah, I've been going through stress too. I hate my siblings like Squidward hates SpongeBob and Patrick. But basically, the machine, of course, doesn't work, and I know I'm going all over the place with this, but I'm trying to cover everything, and it's like all over the place. I can't really just say this is bad or good, so I'm trying to figure this out, if it's a good or a bad episode. Because there's also a scene where SpongeBob and Patrick give Squidward a cake, saying he's sorry. But of course they screw that up too by dropping the cake. But it was an accident, not on purpose. I'm really split on this episode, honestly. Really split. I really don't know what to give it. Again, I'm kind of going all over the place with this, but that's because I'm kind of split on it. A lot of people hate this episode. A lot of people do. Heck, Jim Review put this on his top 10 bad episode list. But honestly, I don't think it's really that bad of an episode. Again, Squidward can't relax though on Sunday, and he does have to do community service because he does have to do community service. Every Sunday the rest of his life. But yeah, I don't know. I think I'm actually gonna give this one a meh, honestly. A meh. Because there's really, it's really not that bad of an episode. It really isn't. Now, for scoring-wise, because Squidward basically gets tortured, well, they don't focus on the torture too much, but they do focus on, more of, Squidward having misery done to him. I'm gonna have to give it a, probably 48 points. That's actually pretty low, but that's because of the ending. That's what makes it so low. The ending is so sad because Squidward wants to relax on Sunday. He no longer can do that. But I have a feeling that the way his look on his face was, I have a feeling that he was gonna snap and just tell them that it's not his fault and all that. But of course, I'm judging this by the episode, not how it may have ended. But yeah, this is definitely a meh though. Honestly, again, a lot of people hate it. I hear some people like it. I know on my comments, I think this is like reviewing an episodes from SpongeBob. A lot of people, well, one person commented on me and asking why everyone hates this episode. I don't know, I kind of actually like it now that I look at it in a different view. I hated it when I was younger though, but I'm grown to kind of like it more. Especially because later down the road, there's even more bad episodes of Squidward that are even worse than this. Like, God, they're awful. Just wait till we get to season 6. It's a horrible season, by the way. It's a horrible season, but we're not there yet. We gotta go through season 5 still, and then season 6. Season 7's the worst of them all. But this one's not really that bad, though. I will give it 48 points because of the ending. Otherwise, it probably would have got a 50. But, yeah, it's not that bad, though, really. Compared to what's coming up, it's not that bad. Because, again, SpongeBob and Patrick were, for the most of the episode, they were trying to help Squidward. They were trying to. And I know they did that in this one episode. I'm not going to mention it because I may review it in Season 6 where they were trying to help Squidward too. But that one, it was more like it was torturing him more than making him miserable. Torture is worse than misery. Trust me, I've been there. I dealt with siblings. I know. But yeah, it's definitely gonna get a meh though. And what's nice about these episodes I've been reviewing is they're not like horrible. So far, I think Dumped has been worse, honestly, just because of how boring it is. And somewhat frustrating. At least this episode has, characters to bounce off of. But yeah, it's definitely a meh. But the later episodes are going to be harder because they're a lot more irritating and gross out humor and all that. So they're definitely going to be a lot worse. Anywho, this is Good Neighbors. Not they're actually bad. Like they're supposed to be bad neighbors, but I think the title is referring to their lodge thing. Anywho, yeah, I'm showing off Squidward when he's mad, but I didn't want to dig through some screenshots where he's actually happy, because pretty much every episode every time he's with SpongeBob and Patrick, he's like mad, so sorry about that. Anywho, hopefully this video turns out well. If not, I'll have to redo it. Anywho, Dash Rose out.